Am I the asshole for talking to a girl in bikini on a beach? My wife, 35F, is making me, 37M, write this post. She feels my behavior during our vacation was completely inappropriate, while I think that it was completely acceptable and she is wrong. She loves this subreddit and wants for all of you to weigh in on our debate and solve this issue for us. We have been married for 7 years and have a 3-year-old toddler. A few weeks ago, we went to Miami for a vacation and had a fun time. On the second day on the beach, we were relaxing on the beach chairs. My son and I were playing on the beach, while my wife was soaking in the sun. I must add here that I love her very much and she is the most beautiful person I have ever laid eyes on. At one point, my son wanted to build a sand castle, and I took him to the wet sand near the water with all his plastic toys. While he was playing, a lady, mid-30s, walked up to us and told me how cute my son is. I smiled and said thanks. She was looking towards the water constantly. And I think her kids must be in the water and she was watching them. Now, according to my wife, she was wearing a completely inappropriate, over-the-top bikini that left nothing for imagination. According to me, I did not notice what she was wearing and have no comments. She was trying to make small talk and was asking me about my son's name, how old he is, where we are from, etc. I was also polite and had a brief conversation with her. We talked about where we are from, how long we were in Miami, etc. Finally, my son had enough, and he wanted to go back, so I said bye and came back and sat next to my wife. The whole conversation may have lasted for less than 10 minutes. My wife was not happy with me talking to this lady. She kept on telling me how inappropriate it was to talk to that girl in the tiny bikini, and that she was trying to flirt with me. I told her what we talked about, and it was not even remotely flirty. I told her that this is common and when my son is with me in the park or other places. He gets a lot of attention from other moms, and they always come and have a chat. My wife has seen this play out before and never had a problem with it. My wife thinks that this is different because that girl was in a very revealing bikini, and I as a married man should know better than talking to her. We saw that lady a few other times during our stay, and I cut our conversation short every time she tried to talk to me. My wife cannot let this go. She thinks that I should admit that it's different to talk to a girl in a social setting versus when she is in a bikini on a beach. I feel having small talk with someone is fine irrespective of their state of dress or undress, so, dear Reddit forum, please settle this debate for us. Is my wife correct that I am the asshole for talking to a girl when she is wearing a bikini? Or she is being unfair to that lady when she was wearing an appropriate outfit for the place where she was? Note that my wife will also be reading the replies, so please be nice when telling her how wrong she is.
Wife here. I think he wrote this post omitting key details. The girl on beach was clearly flirting and leaning too close to him. She may not have said it explicitly, but you could see she was interested. She also kept on popping up in resort restaurant, bar and lobby after this incident and tried to keep on talking him through the week. It was disrespectful as she did not say a single word to me the whole time. I am not saying my husband was flirting with her, but he should have read her body language and shut her down. Plus, there is bikinis and there was her bikini. Something with her was clearly off. Update. I am the wife in this situation. My husband and I posted a debate we were having for the last week regarding an incident that happened during our vacation. Jesus Christ. I got it after the first 100 responses that I was wrong. Not everyone on Reddit needs to chime in on this one. I thought this forum would back me up, but guess I need to take this L like a champion. I am blessed to have a loving and caring husband and an amazing kid. I am also used to women flirting with him all the time. It's not just when our son is with him, but it has happened at his work, bars, weddings, and other places. The worst was when I was giving birth to our son and the nurse helping with the birth told him that his hair looks like Prince Charming. It was 6 a.m. in the morning and he had just woken up, followed by telling him our son is so lucky that he got his blonde hair and blue eyes. The worst part is he is not very perceptive when women flirt with him. He thinks that most women go around talking to strangers and compliment them on their looks, because that is his life experience. When I try to tell him that, he always gets very defensive. I do trust him with all my heart though, and he is the best husband ever. Some of you asked me what happened from my perspective. I know there is no way for me to not seem like an asshole when I write this, but this is what I saw. We were all enjoying our time on the beach. My son wanted to run around, and my husband volunteered to watch him and let me relax. I was enjoying the ocean and occasionally watching them. At one point, I saw my husband and son sitting on sand and a lady talking to them. No problem, she is just a passerby and noticed my toddler. I close my eyes and after 5 minutes, I see again and now this lady is sitting next to my husband and they are talking. I also noticed that she was extremely attractive and of course I got a bit insecure. Since I have a mom bod now, she is laughing at God knows what my husband said. At this point, I started getting curious and was waiting for my husband to look towards me. he finally got up after my son was bored and came running back to me. I asked my husband who the person was, and he said just some mom on the beach having a small talk. I asked him what you guys were talking about and he said the same things he wrote here. I told him she was gorgeous. And did he notice what she was wearing? He looked again at her and said, "Oh yeah, that's pretty bold." The whole incident rubbed me the wrong way. Then this lady kept on popping up everywhere we went, and we met her every day. My husband introduced me to her the first time we saw her, and she just walked right past me and started talking with him. I then told my husband I was not comfortable with his new girlfriend. I was teasing him, and my husband then immediately blew her off next time she showed up. When we came back, I told him about my insecurity when I saw him talk to her and she was sitting next to him. He again got defensive and told me that he was just being polite. This is when I told him not to talk to gorgeous moms in bikinis. He felt I was attacking him, but I could not help what I felt and was just communicating it to him. This was the silly debate we were having, and I thought you guys would have my back. Anyways, I will try to work on my insecurities and let him talk to moms in bikinis. One PSA is please don't comment on that thread anymore and tell him how right he is. You guys are feeding the beast. Last night, he was sending me links to frames on Amazon because he wants to print out this thread and put it on the wall. He says it's his first win against me and the next time we have disagreement, he can point to it and tell me about the time when thousands of people told me I was wrong.